I have a new favorite fragrance release that has come out in the last year. Worn it before a few times, and now I've worn it a lot over the last few weeks, and it has taken the top spot. Find out what it is coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. Trying out a little different spot in my house today and sitting on the couch, just kind of relaxing, and thought I'd do a video today which highlights my favorite new fragrance that was released in the last year. And this is, it was one that grew on me. When I first smelled it about, I don't know, sometime late 2022, I really liked it. I talked about it, and without further ado, and I only have right now still the tester bottle. Make sure that's not flopping around too much there. And this is from MARC-ANTOINE Boccara. You see it there. Cover my eyes. Ensalade. It's hard for it to focus. But trust me when I say, you can see it there, maybe. No. It's not. Oh, almost got it there. Anyways, needless to say, this is a tester sample of Ensalade from MARC-ANTOINE Boccara. And, I've talked a lot, obviously, about Ganymede, which I own a full bottle of, and now Ganymede Extrait, which is also very good. But Ensalade, to me, is one of those fragrances that the proof is in the pudding. And the only thing I can really do to justify it is by telling, I guess, a couple stories. And this is the first time I wore it. I actually, not the first time I wore it. Let me say the first time I wore it in the last, say, few weeks to month when it jumped on my radar again was at the MARC-ANTOINE Boccara event at Osme Perfumery here in Miami. And, I was trying all their different stuff and hearing MARC-ANTOINE talk about the different fragrances. And it was really there to celebrate the launch of Ganymede Extrait, which, again, I own now, I really like. For some reason, I never purchased Ensalade, but I wore it that night. I put it on, and I had no less than 3 different people, the event was pretty packed, come up to me and ask me what I was wearing because I had sprayed it on my neck, and so that was what I was actually wearing at the event. And it was funny, even at one point, the next day next day was a Saturday morning, I went back to Osme Perfumery and I sprayed it on from the store. I sprayed it from the bottle of the store, and I got another question, and it was funny, actually another person said something, hey, what are you wearing? And I was talking to some people that day, and even Bavica, the co-owner of Osme, Maurice's wife, said, wow, that smells great. And she, of course, with her expert nose, picked it out. She's like, are you wearing Ensalade? And I'm like, yes, I'm wearing Ensalade. I'm like, this is really standing out for me. So then what do? After that success of the fact that I obviously personally love it, and I won't wear a perfume unless I personally love it, but of course, when other people notice it, it's icing on the cake. And some people say, oh, I don't care about compliments. I understand. I don't wear perfume for compliments. But it's the same thing wearing clothes, right? If you wear a nice suit or, say, I don't know, some nice shoes or nice shirt or pants, right? Something that you really like, it just feels good that people recognize that and understand maybe that you have a good sense of taste. So needless to say, I wore this out, then I think it was a few days later on a date. Girl gets in the car. What does she say? First thing she says, after she gives me kind of the Latin kiss on the cheek and, you smell each other, what are you wearing? I've been out with this girl probably 4 times, 5 times before on dates. She's never once commented on my fragrance that I've worn. First time ever, okay? So she's not someone that's necessarily always noticing fragrance or perfume. Picked it right out. I had to give, of course, the nod to Ensalade. Now, this was from this little tester I've been wearing, and it's now all gone except for you can see it. Well, again, maybe you can't see it, but a tiny bit of juice in there. And I really, yeah, a little bit. I got a couple squirts left. So what do I do then? By the way, for those of you who don't know what's in it, this is, when you smell this, it's one of the most sensual vetiver fragrances that I know. But it's got some rhubarb that gives it a touch of kind of sweetness to it. It has a nice, beautiful cedar dry down. It's got sandalwood, which adds creaminess, tonka bean, just really classic perfume elements that they used here. And what else? Like, what else can I smell here? I don't know. It's just one of those fragrances that, man, of course, getting phone calls. So I digress, and I got off a little bit there because the smell was throwing me off a little bit. But so that was that date. Then I wore it the other night, and let me tell you, it was a home run. Okay, and I'll just leave it at that. But it was mesmerizing to this beautiful woman that I had a date with, and she just was like, and kept commenting about it after the date was over, the next day, the smell. So, bottom line, moral of the story, this is one hell of a sexy fragrance. It is a compliment getter if that's what you want. It lasts long, it radiates, it's sensual, it's sexy. To me, it's masculine. I haven't smelled it on a woman yet, so I'm sure it works well there too, but I can tell you on a man it works great. And it gets you noticed, and it gets you remembered. I've said this before, the most important thing to me when it comes to sense of smell is when it comes to its power with memory. People remember smells, and people, women, men, whatever, whoever smells you, I'm telling you right now, is going to remember you because of Onslaught. It's that good, it's that sexy, it's that powerful. This is a home run fragrance, should be in your collection. Do what I did, and this is what I always do. When I'm not sure about a fragrance, which is 99% of the time because I don't like buying blind buys off of one or two smells, I wore it. I got a tester, I wore it 3-4 times, solid sprays all around my body, full sprays, full wearing, and that's it, did the trick. So this is my new favorite fragrance release in the last year, Onslaught from Marc-Antoine Boccara. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Are you guys using it? Have you tried it? Is it something you like? Is it something that has worked well for you? And hey, I hope it is, because it's something that is really, really been just wonderful for me. And I love sharing fragrances that I think work well for me, because I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel have similar tastes to me. That's why you follow me, and that's why you kind of like the things I recommend, because you have similar tastes, right? All right, so that's it. I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you as always for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.